Hey everybody, welcome back to the boardroom. My name is Sean, and today we are bringing you kind of a new episode. Well, it is a new episode, but it's not really a playthrough or an instructional video because I've decided to kind of revamp the way I do the boardroom just a little bit. What I'm going to do is, as you can already tell, I've broken it down into seasons and episodes, and every season we're going to do one playthrough just because that takes up so many episodes, and then the rest of it will be either maybe like top 5 videos or hunting videos or hauls or anything like that. Any other sort of things that are board game related will be on the boardroom as well. But we're only going to do one playthrough per season, and we've already done that for this season. We played 1313 Dead End Drive. It's an older game, but we played it, and we did the entire playthrough. It took about 8 episodes to get through, and now we're going to do something a little different. It is now 2015, it is January 2015, so I hope everybody had a Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you happen to celebrate. I hope it was a good one. For me personally, I do celebrate Christmas, and I did get quite a few games for Christmas, and then there was a couple things I did with gift cards and whatever, but I ended up getting 7 new games over the holiday season as gifts or what I purchased with gift cards. So what I'd like to do today is show you all the new games I got. So this is like my Christmas board game haul type video, but it is going to be an episode of the boardroom. So let's get started with the first game that I got over the holiday season. The first game I got over the holiday season is the Logo Party game. Now, I am in college and I'm a double major, and one of my majors is marketing, and I have the original Logo board game, which I loved. I thought it was a really great game. It was very fun, a very fun party game, and this is even more fun, I would say, depending on the group you have. This is going to be definitely more of a party game. The Logo board game is an individual game. You're on your own and you're answering questions about different brand names. This is a party game. You're split up into 2 teams and you're doing things. It kind of like, if I had to explain this to someone, I would say it's the game Cranium without but with like logos and brand names and things, because that's basically what you're doing. You are either drawing out the brand name, or you're acting it out, or you're describing it, or it will slowly be revealed and then you have to be the first team to guess. So it is a party game and it's very fun. It's not a game that's, for competition. It's just a fun game to have. I got it for Christmas and it was fun. My family played it with some relatives that came over. It was very fun. We had a big group that played. I think we had a group of maybe 10 or 12 that played it. So it was very, very fun. If you like these types of games, like a party game that really doesn't have any competition, but it's like Cranium based or the new game Concept based, kind of like that, this is going to be similar, and it's all brand names. So it's a very fun game. So that is the Logo Party game. The next game I actually got from my sister for Christmas, and it is Zombie Dice. I mentioned it to her and she went out and got it for me for Christmas. I also mentioned this in my Christmas special, because at that point Christmas had already passed. But this is a very, very fun game. It's a really fun game, really easy game. You can pick it up at Target, I think. But basically the entire game is just dice. And literally, it's just a bunch of dice, if I can put this down on my shelf here. It's just a bunch of dice, literally, and you just roll them and you're trying to get as many brains as you can because you're a zombie and you want to eat, and then you don't want to get like a shotgun blast because that would not be good. If you get 3 of those, you're done. It's just a really easy, quick game. It plays real quick. I mean, I've played this a couple times and it's played, I think we got done in maybe 5 minutes. I mean, it plays really quick, and you can play again, you can keep playing, and it's kind of a really silly dice game, but it's fun, and it's got a little intensity to it, where you don't want to get the shotgun blast, but you might. And there's also, if you don't want to go out and buy this, there's also a free app of the game. Not as fun, but still cool. In the Apple Store, and I think on the Android store as well, but I know on the Apple Store, I have it on my phone. Pretty fun. It's just the Zombie Dice app. You can search it and find it. But yeah, that's Zombie Dice. The next game I got is a game that a lot of people think is overrated. I happen to really enjoy it, and it's a very adult game. So kids, if you're watching, this is not a game you should be playing. It is Cards Against Humanity. I've played this many, many times before I got it, and I ended up getting it for Christmas. A very awesome game. I also got a couple expansions to go with it, so even more cards, although because I've played it literally, I just keep the cards in the boxes. they're all mixed in together, so I don't know. My expansion cards could be in here, they could be in here, they're all mixed up. It's just extra cards, to be completely honest. But it's very fun. It's an adult version of Apples to Apples. If you've never played Apples to Apples or Cards Against Humanity, it's basically a game where you have a bunch of cards in your hand that are people, places, things, events, things like that. And somebody, the judge, everybody gets a turn as the judge. The judge takes a card in the middle, flips it over, and in this game it's a fill-in-the-blank sentence or a question, and in Apples to Apples it's a describing word. And what you do is everybody else looks through their hand and puts the best match or the thing they might think is the funniest in there, and then the judge has to go through and pick their favorite, and then the person who put that one in gets to keep the card. And then in this game, I think the official rule is you play till 10 cards or 7 cards or something. We just play until we run out of white cards, because there's white cards and black cards. We just play until we run out of white cards, or we get really bored with it, because it's not really a game that you should be competitive. It's just a game where you should enjoy the game. But it is very inappropriate, so it is not a kid's game, it is an adult game. So, but it was very, very fun. So that is Cards Against Humanity. The next game that I got is a game that so many people love, and I personally love it too. I had a New Year's party, and I told people we had it. They thought, oh, that might be kind of fun, and then I talked them into playing it, and we played it for hours, because it was so much fun. And I am talking about The Resistance. Honestly, one of my favorite games in my collection. I love The Resistance. What this is, if you don't know what it is, I've talked about it before, but what it is the concept is you are in a futuristic Earth where the government has gone corrupt and is making life terrible for everybody on Earth. And so a group of people called the Resistance, what you are role-playing as, is going to take down the government, so you're going on missions, but a couple people in your group are actually government spies trying to stop you from taking down the government. So it's trying to figure out who the spies are in your group. It's kind of like a modern day version of Werewolf with no moderator. Very, very good game as well, Werewolf. I have actually that too. I bought that on my own, but I did get it over the holiday break. But yeah, if you need a nice party game, this is gonna be a good game for you. I really enjoy this game. Yeah, it's still available, I think. Yeah, it is still available. I'm pretty sure it is. This was picked up for me. I got this as a Secret Santa present. So I don't know where they picked it up, but I've seen it at local gaming stores. I haven't really seen it in many big box stores like Walmart, Target, whatever. But if you want to go to indieboardsandcards.com, you could definitely find it. That's who makes the game, is Indie Boards and Cards. And I'm going to tell you, it is one of the best games ever. I love it. It's a great party game. So that is The Resistance. The next game I have to show you is a game I picked up with a gift card that I have, and it is one of the games from the Arkham Horror universe by Fantasy Flight Games, a game that I've wanted for a while, and that is Elder Sign. Really awesome game. If you need a game, a thematic game that's not too complicated, but it's really easy to teach, and you can just dive into it, and you don't want to really go out and spend money on a really big, expensive game, this is going to be a good game for you. I mean, it's made from the Arkham Horror universe, so it's Cthulhu based. It's Lovecraftian. It's really great. That's the same thing, Cthulhu and Lovecraftian. Anyway, so but yeah, it's really great. What the concept of this? It's a dice rolling game, and you literally just roll dice. You move to different rooms that are cards around this museum, and you have to roll different things like skulls and scrolls and I don't remember, an investigator, little magnifying glasses with different numbers on them, and you have to roll certain numbers of these icons to continue, and as you go through you're going to encounter monsters, and there's no board really. You make the board as you go, kind of. It's just cards you keep flipping over as different rooms in the museum, and every time a room is resolved, you take it away and you flip a new one over, and you just keep doing that. And there is a boss that you're trying to defeat, and you're trying to collect these little Elder Sign tokens, which look just like this right here, this little pentagram star symbol. But yeah, it's very, very fun. It is, the cool thing about this game is it is for 1 to 8 players, and I've played this by myself. It works very well. You can play this by yourself. Very, very fun game. That is Elder Sign. The next game I have to show you is a game I can't believe I didn't have in my collection because it's so great. It's such a classic. It's a modern day classic. I consider it a modern day Monopoly, and everybody, all my friends in my gaming group, they basically have been telling me, you need to get this game, you need to get this game. And I've played it before and I love the game, and I finally got it with a gift card that I got for Christmas, and I am talking about Settlers of Catan. I love this game. It's one of my favorite games. If you've never played this game, it's probably either because you think it's going to be really boring or you think it's going to be really stupid. And it does sound boring and it does sound stupid, but it is very, very fun. I call it a modern day Monopoly. What you're doing, and my description is going to sound really stupid, but what you're doing is you have cards in your hand that are resources. So you either have lumber or brick or grain or ore or a sheep. And what you're doing is you want to trade these resources to other players and trade them into the bank so you can build things, and you want to build roads, settlements, and cities, and then you get victory points for doing these things, and the first player to 10 points wins. It's a very simple game. There's a robber involved. You can lose cards. It's a very simple game, very easy to teach, very easy to pick up. I had a couple friends over on New Year's Eve towards the end of the night. There were 3 of us left, everybody else had left, and I really wanted to play this. And I was trying to explain to them what it was, and I don't think they really wanted to play it, but once we actually started playing it and we got through the first couple of turns, it turned into an all-out, almost like yelling at each other for trading, because we all had different strategies, and I was so far ahead in victory points and I ended up winning. And my other friend was catching up really quickly, and the other friend I had was really trying to catch up, and she couldn't. It was it turned into a very competitive game, and we all had a lot of fun with it. It sounds really boring, it sounds really stupid. It's not. It's super fun. It's a modern day classic. If you don't have this in your collection, go pick it up. It's the Settlers of Catan. The final game I have to show you is a game I've mentioned on this channel a couple times because I've wanted it so bad, and I ended up getting it for Christmas, and it is another game from the Arkham Horror collection of games. Well, not really Arkham Horror. Well, it is Arkham Horror, but it's a little different. I wouldn't consider it Arkham Horror, but I guess the gaming company Fantasy Flight considers it part of the Arkham Horror universe. It's a really heavy box, really big game, and that is Mansions of Madness. I love this game. It's so cool, very thematic, great storytelling. It takes a while to set up, so if you're gonna play, it does take a while to set up. Hopefully the person who's playing the keeper in the game does set it up before people get there. But basically what you're doing is you are taking on the role of a Lovecraftian investigator investigating this old mansion, and one person in the group is actually going to be playing the role of the keeper, and he's against everybody else, and all the investigators are working together. They don't know what their objective is, so they're entering the mansion first to try to find clues so they can find out what their objective is, and then they're trying to complete their objective. So there's 2 halves to the game. The keeper not only knows what their objective is, but he also has his own secret objective that he has to complete in order to win the game. Not only that, the keeper is really trying to stop them from completing their objective, and what the keeper does is he can control monsters and minions and just terrorize, scare, and preferably kill the investigators to try to get the upper hand. And it's a really great game. It's very thematic. There's so many great cards that say what is going on, and it is such a great game. It is expensive. It is a pretty expensive game, but it's worth every penny. It is one of my favorite games in my collection. The problem for me is trying to find people who will play this game because it takes 2 to 3 hours to play minimum. I've heard of people taking 6 hours to play this game. It's a long game, but it's very, very fun. I do look forward to getting some of the expansions for it, and when I do, you guys will be the first to know. So that is Mansions of Madness. So that is all of the games that I got for Christmas and over the holiday break, whether it be with gift cards or for Christmas itself. I did get some more over the break that I purchased, but I'm not going to share those with you right now because it didn't fit with the group, but you will definitely see those in future videos. At this time, I'd really like to invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you really enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up down there. It lets me know you want to see more videos and that you really do enjoy episodes of The Boardroom. Make sure you stay tuned for more episodes of The Boardroom, and stay tuned to the Collect the Magic channel for more Funko Pop reviews, Funko Pop videos in general. Some Vinylmation videos are coming, so that's going to be exciting. And not only that, but other toy things in general. This is Collect the Magic saying thanks for watching and have a magical day.